All right, guys, coming up next, you can see I have some guests here, Maurice and Colin, and we are going to be picking our 2 favorite fragrances from Ormonde Jayne, the classic British niche house, and a little piece of news coming up towards the end of the video. So stay tuned to find out what they are coming up next. All right, welcome back everybody to JoelTheNose, and as I said at the outset of the video here, we've got Maurice, one of the co-owners, of course, from Osme Perfumery.
Hey, how you doing? What's up, Joel?
All right, and we got, of course, Colin.
How we doing? Good to
see you. Back in town to Miami, visiting and hopefully moving back, right?
Hopefully soon, yeah. I'm living in St. Pete right now, but hoping to make my way down here again soon.
Cool. Nice. Cool. All right, so today's video, we are, what, we're going to pick our 2 favorite?
Yeah, so I think we want to do a video talking about our favorite Ormonde Jaynes. So, Joel, what's your favorites?
All right, so I picked 2 here, but I got to have one honorable mention, just because it's actually the very first niche fragrance second that I ever bought. The first one was 8 Bob. The second one that you turned me on to here at Osme about 5 years ago was xi'an. Just a wonderful vetiver-based fragrance, and it doesn't get distributed.
Sadly, it's discontinued for the USA.
Yeah. So bottom line is, so I'm not going with that one today. What I am going to, another one from that era, one of the about 10 years ago, from one of Ormonde Jayne's earliest fragrances, and that is Ormond Man.
Okay. Classic.
So take a look there, guys. Ormond Man, yeah, Ormond Man to me like symbolizes this house perfectly. It's like this classic British sensibility. It's so refined, it's so gentlemanly, it's like great with the suit, it's crisp. It's got, it's a little bit fresh, but it's also got some oud in there that kind of grounds it and doesn't make it too light. Just a really well balanced fragrance.
It is a gentleman's perfume, and you hit on a very important point. That oud balances that perfume. It's classy, it's timeless. It will never get old. It's one of the it's one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but one of.
Yeah, and I'd forgotten about it, and I came back to it recently. I actually probably about 3 or 4 months ago, Bhavika was wearing it one day. She's like, she put it on. She's like, I hadn't worn it in a while, and it just shows you also, even though it says Ormond Man, it's great on a woman or a man.
So what's interesting is that I think Ormond Man and Ormond Woman, the only difference, I think it's 15% different, but it's 85% similar. So men wear the Ormond Woman and women wear the Ormond Man.
Great piece of information.
I'm not too well versed in this brand, I will say, but I know these 2 have the most fragrance knowledge of anyone I know, so they're going to recommend good stuff. And this one, like Joel said, reminds me of classic British niche perfume. If I went to Britain and smelled a perfume, I would expect it to smell like that.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, want to go with one of your choices now, Colin?
Fine. We'll go with one of mine here. This is one of the classics from the brand. This is Montblanc Intensivo. Now, like I said, I'm not well versed in this brand, but this one I do know. And this one is really good to me. Like, it goes along with the Ormond Man in the gentlemanly-like sense, but this one, like, takes it to a whole nother level. This is suit and tie, Peaky Blinders kind of deal. Like, this is bad boy, but
that is a tobacco fragrance done well.
Yeah. This reminds me of like a fine English cigarette, like sitting in a I don't know, picture like somewhere in England, like in London, like a pub or a library with wood and smoking. Just like it's almost like that tobacco. I don't know what the tobacco. It's not. I wouldn't say a pipe smell, but it is
tobacco
really
leaf, more like
really clean tobacco smell.
Yeah, I love this one as well. The one that I should say the one that I like more, I would say a good compliment after you have actually gotten this one is the Mont Tobacco Verano, because it is an oceanic tobacco that's very unusual. And we live here in the heat.
Yeah.
And although I break all the rules by wearing anything at all in the heat,
Yeah.
sometimes I wear the fresh stuff. And the Mont Tobacco Verano gives me that fresh but spicy, you know, twist.
I wanted to pull it out.
It's actually it's coming up in
Yeah,
our
that's one of his favorites.
It's coming
I
up
guess.
in our
I
list.
just wanted to show it to you. All right, so
All right.
let's go now, Maurice,
To one of mine. So, these two, it's xi'an and Xandria. And let me just put it a little closer. So, possibly. So this one is the xi'an. This one is Xandria. And I should have gone with one of my favorites. I'm not sure why I showed you two. I'm jumping the gun. Or maybe
breaking the rules again.
maybe I can't really pick. I can't pick one. So these two tie for my number one.
Okay.
Interesting.
The reason why I like Xandria is because I love oud. But this is a wearable oud with hints of citrus underneath. It is amazing, and it is an everyday oud. I really like that one. There is another perfume that has a resemblance to it, which I also love, which is Alexandria 2 from Sershoff. But this is actually lighter and more wearable.
It is. It is got a very, again, kind of very crisp, like fresh element to it with that oud.
True.
Yeah.
Number 2 is xi'an.
Yeah.
The reason why I like this perfume is because I dislike when perfumes have rhubarb. It's not a note that I really enjoy. However,
Okay.
in this, it's done in a way that I can not only tolerate, but in a way that I love. So maybe it's not that I don't like rhubarb, it's that I don't like when it's not done well. And Ormonde Jayne did it well in xi'an. It's a very unique perfume, and it's one that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's at the forefront.
This xi'an actually was in my top 3. I was having a tough time picking between the ones I did, but this I love xi'an.
So those two that I just spoke about, those tie for one.
Okay, that ties for one. All right. So I guess I'll jump now to what I would say probably, arguably, is my favorite, and this is Taif Elixir.
Now Joel's just shown me this one for the first time today, and I gotta say, it's really good. Rose oud combo.
Yeah, this is, for those, again, the original version is Taif, and that's a very wonderful rose fragrance for those of you who are like rose. I love rose. I think a lot of guys, unfortunately, shy away from it. Rose, to me, I love the cleanness, the almost soapiness of rose. This is a flanker of that, where they basically juiced it up with just Cambodian oud, and that is next level to me. And that oud rose combo is one of the great combinations to me in perfumery,
So
and it's just mixed well here.
You know, the oud rose combo, as you said, it's an amazing thing.
Right.
It helps the oud to calm down, but for some reason, this is done with a twist. Now, when we see Ormonde Jayne on next Sunday for the, I should have mentioned.
Here's the scoop.
Bingo.
We are actually having a masterclass with Linda Pinkleton next Sunday. What date is next Sunday? That is the 9th of October, I believe.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So she's coming in all the way from England. We're going to have some fun. She is a giant in the community, and she's going to be coming here just to speak to us and give us all her knowledge.
I am like so excited because I remember maybe 4 years ago she
She
came.
was here, yeah.
And I, was really kind of just started my channel and was coming here a lot. And Ormonde Jayne, again, was the very second niche fragrance I ever owned. I love this house. So it is one of those ones that I will always love. And when I saw she was coming, I remember I was out of town. I was so upset So upset. So this is like awesome that I just found this out now as Maurice was telling us.
He's coming back.
Yep.
Yeah, I've yet to go to one of the Osme master classes. I've been out of town, unfortunately, every time.
Man,
but
you gotta come to
I
this
need
one.
to come to one. Yeah, this may be the one. All right.
Okay, let's go to your
This
number
is
one choice.
Number one choice. Maurice mentioned it earlier. Montblanc Verano. In a beautiful blue bottle.
Yeah.
So like my last choice, the Montblanc Intensivo, it takes that and puts a fresh twist on it. Like Maurice said, it's got that oceanic vibe, but on the bottom with that tobacco, it's got a little twist to it. Not your typical freshy at all, and it's done very well. Very well.
It's beautiful perfume. One of the most wearable tobacco perfumes that I have in my collection. Works amazing in the heat. You know what you should try to do? Spray like a whole bunch of sprays of this one and head to the beach.
Yeah.
With the breeze blowing, the tobacco in the air, that oceanic vibe. The
That
beach
sounds
is
like
just
a
going to
good
be that
idea.
much better.
Wow. Look at that, Adam.
Yeah. That it's almost like a sweet tobacco.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet, fresh, oceanic tobacco. What a combo. Yeah, that's also one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
We got some great choices here today. So, all right, now that leaves Maurice's. This is your number one?
This is my number one.
All right, this is your his number
So
one.
this is my new number one.
Okay.
And the reason is, when I got this perfume, I was smelling like a lot of things. You remember we got like 50 new things, and I kind of put it down, and I was like, it's fresh. But you know, sometimes you have to spray the perfumes on, have patience, wait for the development. I actually thought that this perfume, which is Gatsby 22, was just a fresh perfume. And I was like, okay, I've smelled that before. But you know what? I put it on one day, I was doing nothing, and it was just me, the book that I was reading, and this perfume.
Yeah.
It is such an interesting perfume.
Was it The Great Gatsby?
It is. So this perfume is called Gatsby 22. Hopefully that was focused properly. This is a chameleon. This is a fresh perfume that, yes, it's fresh, yes, it's fruity, but the longer you have it on your skin, is the more complex you realize that this perfume is. And this has actually given me an idea for the event. You know, normally we have some wine, normally we have some champagne, but I'm thinking to do something different. Get outside of our comfort zone, at least out of my comfort zone. I think what I'm going to do for the event is I am going to look at the notes in this particular perfume, and I'm going to have a bartender make a drink
Gotcha.
out of the notes from the perfume.
I like that.
So when you guys come to the event and you smell in the perfume, you will actually also be smelling or tasting what you're smelling. It's a different concept.
I like it.
I'm sure it's been done before, but boom, let's do something different. Let's take it outside the box.
Perfect on a Sunday too, relaxing day. You know what? I just smelled this for the first time today, and like almost all her fragrances, I really enjoyed them. What I liked about this one right off the bat was the vetiver note, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of that xi'an quality, which has a wonderful vetiver. But this is like I would say xi'an's a little bit more of a like almost like an 80s old school vetiver vibe. This is a fresher, I think a more modern take on a vetiver note. Anyways, for me personally, I gotta wear it, and get through the whole dry down and all that. And I will be doing a review on this soon. So
Yeah, this one's pretty good. Brand new to Osme, just smelling it myself for the first time. Really good. I have to spend some more time with it, but so far I like it.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So
Good brand.
just to recap, I guess next Sunday, what do we see? October 9th,
9th or 10th, one or the other.
9th or 10th,
At
whatever.
5 o'clock, that we will have a beautiful event here. With joining us will be Linda Pinkleton, the founder of Ormonde Jayne. And I hope all of you guys will get a chance to come out just to come say hi to her. and shake my hand, and I'll shake yours.
Yeah, and I'll be here too. So any of you guys out there, come meet, let's hang out, let's talk fragrances, and let's talk to one of the legends in the industry. I'm not talking about Maurice and Bavica, I'm talking about Linda Pilkington. So
Yes.
Cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Guys, thanks for joining me. And
Man, always a pleasure.
always a fun video to
filming
do.
with Joel, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
Always love having these guys on, doing something different. And I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.